the Federal High Court and delivered on the 22nd of January 2024 by Justice J.K. Omotosho. This particular matter is a matter that the Riverside Assembly filed before the Federal High Court, asking the Federal High Court to stop the National Assembly from taking over our functions amongst other prayers in that particular matter. Recall that on the 22nd of January 2024, the Federal High Court delivered a judgment in our favor. The governor appealed, he lost at the Court of Appeal, and he decided to proceed to the Supreme Court, which is the apex court in the land. Today, we are happy that the Supreme Court has dismissed the appeal of the governor against the judgment of the Court of Appeal. We must say that this is a welcome development. The 10th River State House of Assembly is happy with this development. Rivers people are elated that the Supreme Court has indeed spoken. Recall that at different fora, the governor has insisted that he was not going to obey any judgment, be it from the Federal High Court, the Court of Appeal, or any court at all. Today, the Supreme Court has spoken. We'll wait and see if he will disobey the judgment of the Supreme Court in the same way he disobeyed the judgment of the Supreme Court when the Supreme Court gave a judgment regarding local government and caretaker committees. We must, on behalf of Rivers people, let me also say on behalf of the 10th Assembly, a huge thanks to the Supreme Court of Nigeria, specifically the justices of the Supreme Court that sat on this appeal today, that 5-man panel that delivered and dismissed the appeal of the governor. It is a well-considered one, and we give God all the glory. We thank God Almighty for life, for giving the justices the knowledge, the wisdom to conclude this matter for this country, for our dear states. We thank all our leaders of River States, who have been very supportive, praying for us, giving us all kinds of logistic support over time. Specifically, we would like to mention His Excellency Eze-One Sobike, the FCT Minister, for his immense support as a father. He has shown that he is a father. At the time when the governor thought that we were going to starve, having denied us our monuments, after he seized our salaries and the monuments for an upward of 1 year, close to a year, the governor has seized our entitlements and salaries, against injunctions of the courts. But we thank God that the 10th River State House of Assembly has been functioning, delivering on the mandates given to us by our people, performing our legislative duties unhindered. So we thank all our leaders. We thank Rivers people, our youth, all those who have been giving us support, encouraging us to forge ahead with our job as an assembly, despite the provocations coming from the governor and his associates. We want to say that our hope, our confidence in the judiciary is strengthened. We know truly that there is a country with a judiciary that will always interpret the Constitution and the laws in a manner that will be very fair and clear to everyone. So we thank the Supreme Court once again. Let me, on the sidelines, make a few remarks so that Rivers people will know what this means for the state. It clearly shows today, with the judgment of the Supreme Court today, that there is nowhere else for the governor who is in the habit of disobeying court judgments to run to again. This is the last court in the land. His penchant for disobedience of court orders and believing that he has filed an appeal somewhere else has come to an end, because there is nowhere to file again. On this particular matter, the Supreme Court has decided, and we believe that we are more strengthened to do the job that we are elected to do. Firstly, the former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly whose seats were declared vacant as a result of absenteeism, we believe they might start reconsidering on how to approach the electorate whenever INEC fixes a date for new elections to fill vacant seats in the House of Assembly. As you all know, there are 5 vacant seats in the Rivers State House of Assembly today as a result of the death of a member, the late Honorable Lulu, and of course the other 4 members that will declare their seats vacant as a result of absenteeism, even though one absconded from his job, abdicated his job to take up another job in the executive, and abandoned his constituents that elected him. As we speak today, all 5 seats are vacant, and we've been getting calls. People have been writing to us from the various constituencies asking us that they feel bad that nothing has happened to fill those vacant seats. Let me use the opportunity to call on the Independent National Electoral Commission to do more and hasten the process so that we can have those seats occupied, and so that the job of legislation coming from those constituencies can once more be felt by their constituents. Again, the governor of Rivers State, whose penchant it is to seize our statutory funds meant for the running of the Rivers State House of Assembly, which he has held on to for close to 1 year now, is an action that we seriously condemn. We're glad that the Supreme Court has dismissed his appeal, and we know clearly that this particular judgment of Justice J.K. Omotosho gave injunctive orders against the governor, who the judge said that the governor should not withhold funds meant for the running of the Rivers State Assembly. And as the Speaker, I still confirm to Rivers people and indeed Nigerians that the governor has withheld funds for the running of the Rivers State Assembly. We have not received any for close to 1 year. Salaries of members not being paid, our allowances not being paid, everything being withheld. But we do know that the end to this rascality is very, very close. We want to assure Rivers people that we will not play the mandate they are giving to us. We will not allow any individual, no matter how highly placed, to derail our nascent democracy. Rivers State does not belong to the government. He is just the head of the executive arm. Rivers State belongs to all of us. Funds belonging to Rivers State belongs to Rivers State. It doesn't belong to the government. It's on record, and the judgment of the Supreme Court today has affirmed that for 1 whole year, the governor of Rivers State spent taxpayers' money without an appropriation law. 1st January to 31st day of December 2024, the governor of Rivers State spent Rivers people's funds, both internally generated revenue and the federal allocation, from his front pockets, as if the money belongs to his family. The governor spent our funds for 1 full year, willfully, in disobedience to this judgment of Justice J.K. Omotosho, in disobedience to the judgment of the Court of Appeal. In fact, 2 Court of Appeal judgments mandated the governor to present the budget. The governor vowed never to do it, and that nothing will happen, that he's bigger than the courts. He did it, and is boasting that he had done it and that heaven will not fall. Well, we thank God that today's judgment has clearly made it known to everybody that the governor is in gross violation of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Is there in this judgment that the governor is in gross violation of the Constitution? The Court of Appeal affirmed this judgment of Justice J.K. Omotosho, and today the Supreme Court, having dismissed the appeal filed by the governor to turn the injunctive orders and the judgment of Justice J.K. Omotosho and of course the Court of Appeal, has clearly shown that the governor has no business governing Rivers State in this manner. This is not how democracies are run. This is not how states are governed. A situation where one man sees himself as God, he dips his hand in his front pocket or his back pocket and dishes out. He will dish out funds to whoever he likes, in whatever currency he wants to dish it out to, how he wants to do it, whoever he wants to give it to. This is completely unacceptable. Now, in this trajectory of disobedience to court orders has continued in the year 2025 rather, with the governor continuing in these unconstitutional actions. Even when the judgment of the Court of Appeal asked the governor to present the budget to this House of Assembly, he went ahead to present it to former members to add salt to injury. Because at the time he was presenting it to these people, they were no more members, because by December they had ceased to be members. They had since having been declared vacant as a result of absenteeism for more than the constitutional requirement for their cease to be declared vacant if they are absent from their legislative duties. So, gentlemen of the press, honorable members, I want to thank you all for listening. I want to assure Rivers people and indeed Nigerians that we know the job for which we have been elected to do, and we will not, for whatever reason, shy away from doing our job. Rivers State belongs to all of us. The way funds of Rivers State are being cornered by the governor and spent from his front pockets is an aberration, must be condemned, must be rebuked by this assembly. We will not fold our arms and allow the governor to continue in this madness. Distinguished honorable members, members of the press, once again, thank you so much. May God bless the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly. May God bless Rivers State. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, everyone.